Meantime, though, our Marisa Vedra is going to walk us through using some of the social media that's been flooding so many of the streams that we're on, be it TikTok, Twitter, even on Facebook. I know some people are talking there about some pages that could be tied to him. But before we get to that point and confirming any of that, Marie, we want to go to you to see what the time was like as everything was unfolding since 10 o'clock this morning from that vantage point.
Right. We have been combing through information that has been gathered from our own reporting here at CBS2, information from law enforcement, also information from witnesses who were there on the parade route. And we're putting it all together to get a better sense of the possible shooter's perch, if you will. So I'd like to take you through that right now. First, I want to give you that map of this section of the parade route that we're talking about in Highland Park. You're going to see the intersection of 2nd and Central. And I'd like you to notice that strip of stores there. We're highlighting the Ross Cosmetics. And here is why. Now a picture of that corner there at 2nd and Central we'd like to show you. About 15 minutes before the shooting happened. That's according to witnesses. This picture coming to us from Ashley Kay. She's sharing it. So you can see there people lining the route, and the tree line is at the roof of that Ross Cosmetics. We'd like you to keep that in mind as you look at this aerial video from our Channel 2 drones that were able to capture some of these images earlier today. That is right on top of the roof of Ross, where you see detectives there. And on the right side of your screen a moment ago, one of the investigative drones went up, and you can see them right at the corner. So below them is where all of those people in that initial picture we showed you were sitting. And you can see that's, I believe, FBI, if you look close enough, looking at that roof for any clues, any vantage points to piece things together. Now, our next video clip is just a little bit farther down on the other end of that roof. It's closer to a nail salon. And here we wanted to point out not only all of the investigators, but you can see that blue tarp. Now, we don't know if that was there or if investigators are putting it on, but there seem to be several of them there if they possibly want to preserve any evidence that may be right on that rooftop. There's also some evidence markers, those yellow placards that have numbers on it that they're looking to catalog what information, physical evidence, anything else that might be on that roof. So again, there's a closer look at that blue tarp. They seem to have secured it with some other items. So not sure what was under there, but clearly a key part of that investigation. So again, you were looking at activity from earlier today on top of the strip of stores that were right there at the scene, and possibly, again, possibly the shooter's perch on top of that roof, an area that investigators spent a lot of time on today. So as we continue to piece together everything that happened, know that that was a huge part of the investigation, and they're going to look at where, directionally some of that shooting may have taken place and be aimed from that rooftop. And we just want to walk you through all of that again because it just gives you a context as to where people were in the parade route, and then again where the shooter may have been on the roof. Chris, Erica.
Thank you, Marie, for that additional new perspective.